Hey everybody, testing. Today we are going to go to City Museum for a walkthrough and a kind of behind the scenes on little stories about the place that I know about. I worked there for 16 years, as I've said in videos before. This will be fun to do, a little something different because I'm always posting art videos, and what better thing than to show you where I used to do all my art and where I developed my style. This is City Museum. These serpent fences Bob made, I want to say in the beginning of City Museum, like that was one of the earlier things that he had done. He used to own a cement factory, and these are some of his sculptures that he did. They're beautiful. It's one of my favorite things here at the museum. A little bit of history about the place. Bob Cassilly was the owner and creator of City Museum. He and his wife at the time, classically trained sculptor. He studied in Italy, I believe, Spain, Italy, one of those. I'm not quite for sure. It's like his dream to have a place like this. Bob Cassilly, he said he wanted a place where adults could feel like children. To do. Oh, yeah. Oh, it is. It's very bright and colorful. Oh, yeah. Oh, cardboard. Love it. Yes, it does, actually. Time to do. Looks like it took a long time, actually. Paint all these. I don't know if I have or not. No, I haven't.
She used to be a floor stone.
Has she been here? I mean, I haven't been here in 2 years, so.
Yeah, I mean, she's been here about 3 years, maybe a
I
little
know.
bit less.
If she's been, well, maybe she started when I. Okay, everybody, this is the Art City where I used to work. Oh, I love this counter so much. So this is the caves. They are spirals. When Bob created City Museum, he saw these spirals and he wanted to make slides out of them. They're actually old shoe chutes. This used to be a shoe factory, and Bob created slides because he wanted people to have slide races. So he took if you could see right there on this one, it's a slide under a slide. Well, that part is the original shoe chute from when this was a shoe factory. And so all Bob did was model the slide around the shoe chute. All these right here These holes were the holes where those chutes would wrap in when this was a factory, and people would do whatever they wanted to do to the shoe, and then it would go through a conveyor belt, which is those rollers that you saw downstairs on the railings. Those were the rollers for the conveyor belts that went to these. So it would go in the door, they would do whatever, they would slide it out, it would go on these chutes, and they would move it down to the next section of factory, and then they would do whatever. This is a organ, super old. The gentleman that put it in, his name is Al, the organ guy. He built it. This is the 10-story spiral slide. I will not be going up or down it today because I broke my ankle a while back and I don't want to risk my safety. A cool vision with all the swirls. The way they go together is just awesome. And of course all the architecture. Lady that did this, she's an artist, her name is Lori, and Lori put all these together. It took her quite some time. They're individual pieces. You can look and see they're cut, and it's like metamorphosis of a moth or a butterfly. So they start off small down here. Okay, back on one. This is one of my favorite pieces. An artist named Meredith repainted it. All right, we're off to the roof.
Yeah. All right. That's why I didn't do it. What did it come up from?
This is the rooftop access. You have to have a bracelet to get up here. What's in here? I know what's in here, but welder tanks. Look at that. Back in the day, when Bob was still alive, we had the roof on the opposite side where nobody goes. Over here, I'm going to show you. We used to have games. We used to play games up here. So we'd have, I don't remember if it was wiffle ball or, I don't think it was kickball. It was something. And we all used to have like games up here. Look at the city view. Someone's rooftop access to their apartments over there. Seating areas. And here they have like, last time I was here, they have like first aid stuff and storage. Right above us is the Ferris wheel. There used to be a huge rope they used to hang from there that people could swing back and forth on. Right there, you can actually climb all the way to the top. So there's a funny story about the Ferris wheel. Bob used to tell people that it was Michael Jackson's Ferris wheel, when it's actually not. From the 1940s, 1942, I believe. It was kind of funny that he used to tell people that. This is the praying mantis slide. The school bus that came from the Roxana School District, and it was donated to Bob. The city inspector come out every day and harass Bob and give him like fines and stuff like that. So one day the story goes that he waited until like 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and then had a huge crane with him and his staff put this up on the roof. And then the next morning when the city inspector drove by, the city inspector saw the bus on the roof and immediately went to Bob and freaked out. And Bob said, well, if you show me where there's a permit on the books to put a bus on the roof, then I would have gotten a permit to put a bus on the roof. But there's not a permit to do that. It's already up, so they decided not to make him take it down, because what's the point now? I guess he probably just paid a fine and that's that. We called this the Wonkavator. It goes all the way past the roof, and it's glass, so you can see when you get all the way to the top. However, you have to have a code to get all the way to the top up here, or a key. I know I pressed it. Oh, look at this. All kinds of stuff here. Welcome to George's Insectarium. The man George that owns this, or did own this, he donated it to City Museum. He collected these his whole life and started at the age of, I believe, 5, I think he said. So this is like his life's collection. Look at all these little bugs. Beetles. Who knew? He also said most of these are from Missouri. Wow. Beatnik Bob's. This used to be owned by a gentleman, artist and sign maker. He had a bunch of really cool stuff up, a lot of signs, a lot of art. Looks like a lot of it has been taken down. Hey look, it's the Big Machine. Movie Big. That wasn't here when I was here. This is what they have in Beatniks. That's still original. That's been here forever. Yes, they have an actual circus. Rainbow Hall. This is where Art City used to be, right in this area, and this was the whole toddler town right here. And then they came in while I was working here, right in this area, and they started adding all this stuff. That was fun to actually watch them create it. Here's the map of the museum. And these right here are old train car axles and wheels, so you can see it. Those actually was on trains. Saucer chairs. These things are from old latrines, outdoor toilets, and they would throw stuff in when they didn't want it anymore in the toilets. And so this gentleman goes and he finds these and he digs them up, and the things that he finds is pretty awesome. Keys and spoons, and look at all the buttons, all kinds of buttons and pottery. Pottery's pretty cool. I mean, some of them are almost fully intact. The bottles. And now we are entering what's called Skateless Skate Park. There used to be, years ago, there used to be a whole wall here, and there was a gentleman, his name was Kramer, and Kramer owned a glass studio, and he used to blow glass in here, and he would have like demonstrations of him doing the glass. They had like a whole furnace where he would turn the glass and everything. It was so cool. Kramer's around still. I believe he's a teacher now. Years ago, they had some skaters come in and skate the museum. This pencil is the world's largest pencil. The eraser alone really works, and it weighs 50 pounds, and the lead goes throughout the entire pencil. If you had a piece of paper, you could write with it with the paper. Back in the day, before there was a mural that was done on this wall by an artist named, and eyes painted like a tribute for the 10-year anniversary of Bob, a picture of Bob with a school bus on top of his head. They wound up getting rid of it after a while, painting over it. That's what City Museum was always about, always painting over, always starting new, always doing something new. Anyway, so that, well, all this stuff is different. They're face painting now. Gift shop. For about a year, I did the train. Back here where it says employees only, but you can't go in there, only workers can. We painted these once or twice when they got nasty and dirty. We have a huge boat propeller here somewhere. Came off from this boat, model of the boat, but the propeller, yeah, and then the actual propeller to this boat. All these sculptures are by an artist named Tom Otterness. took her about 12 years to lay the entire floor, from cutting to laying. She did have a little bit of help. Her help was her daughter, and her daughter would come over every once in a while and help her cut the tile and lay it. And she did all this. Now the ceiling above is fiberglass from airplane wings. I think they acquired that from one of the airfields in St. Louis. She also did all of these poles, and the whale was the first thing that Bob actually installed in the City Museum. And it's built to scale, so that's how big it is in the ocean. I touched up the grout on this mermaid tail while Bob worked next to me on a turtle that's under the water there. That was fun. You can see why I would be so inspired by it. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Little inside look at City Museum. There's a lot of scales and bubbles and you name it. There's all kinds of things that super inspire me at the museum, and Bob was a big part of my inspiration as a young artist. Like, comment, subscribe for more art related content. Until next time, toodles!